Hello everyone, my name is Leo Donleon and I am an MTT coach of the Academy of Poker. In that video I want to make a hand review of one of my students' deep run. His nickname is Dragonfly and he managed to finish Sunday bigger on the 6th place for more than $2,000. If you want to play like him, if you want to train and to improve your skills, you can make an application in our group lessons using the link in the description. So let's start. We'll be looking only at hands and where he had taken part, just because it's not really interesting to watch how he is folding. So let's start, and some of the hands should be reviewed with the help of software. First hand, King 9 off, we have two options here. We can open limp or raise. If raise, I would suggest raise more than 3 big blinds just because of our huge stack. And if you limp, yeah, we're just calling the big blind. Checking behind to hit the second pair. We have enough equity for value betting here. Half of the pot I think is pretty good. Probably we might have an opportunity to bet a little bit more, but it's not necessary. Yeah, hitting a second queen on turn I think it's pretty good card for us just because it decreases the possibility that our opponent is holding a queen. And we have a second barrel for value. Getting raised. He is representing really narrow, only a queen X combos, and yeah, we shouldn't believe him and we should call. It's not necessary to re-raise just because we'll make him fold in all his bluffing range. Not the best card on the river. I don't think that we have enough equity for value betting. We can check and we'll have a plan to think about between check calling and check folding here. But we can check behind and 9-2. Okay, pretty standard moves. Okay, raising ace-5 suited, getting called in small blind. According to his stats, he's playing pretty wide, but we have only 26 hands, so yeah, not so many samples. We should probably c-bet here, just because we're having a gut shot at backdoors. Yeah. 6a. I think that 6 of diamonds is not the best card for continual regression, just because it doesn't change the structure of board really, and if he's holding some pair he will call anyway, so we can check behind. Yeah, we decided to check, and a queen of spades on the river, and it's a question, should we bluff here or not? I don't think that we should bet, because he'll probably call with every pair, and he's not holding a lot of ace-x combos that are stronger than ours, because I expect him of 3-betting with ace-9 plus suited, ace-10 off suited, so yeah, he doesn't have a lot of combos of ace-x that we're losing. So yeah, it was pocket 5s, so we have saved some money by checking on the river. Should protect here and check fold, yeah. King, queen off. I suggest to 3-bet here. Yeah, I don't think that call is a pretty good option. It depends on our opponent, but I think that we have only 20 hands, so yeah, don't have enough samples again. On that flop, we must bet here, just because we perfectly hit that structure according to our range, and he's not because of his checking. Yeah, so I don't like our check behind. At least now we should bet, and on the river we hit a king. Do we have enough equity for value betting here? I'm not sure. Just because all the pairs, for example queens or jacks, should be c-bet in the flop, so he doesn't hold them. So probably some I don't know, ace-7 maybe, ace-9, queen-9, jack-9, but most of them should be c-betted flop again, so yeah. I can't imagine a lot of hands that we can value bet on the river, but I'd like to say that we should bet, yeah, nice check. We should bet on flop, and probably with our second barrel we would make him fold in that ace-king, and now we're losing just because of our check and flop. It was a passive play, really. King jack suited, yeah, easy raise, value bet, and yeah, ace-10, 3-bet, cold 4-bet, so fold here. 4-7 suited should be protected. Okay, call. Wow, we decided to fold here, probably because of the overbets, and it really depends on our opponent, but most of the time I would say that he's not always betting here with his overpairs. At the same time, he can hold here like hands like king, queen, king, jack of hearts, plus 2 overcards, plus flush draw. So yeah, we must hold at least one bet here, but we decide to give up. Ace jack off, isolate here, and 3 bet. For 30 bigs, I think we can check it using IC Miser. First, we should create our open raising range here. Sorry, isolating range. I think it's pretty standard. And his shoving range, I don't think that he would shove here wider than I have created. So yeah, calculating cheap EV, and ace jack off is really awful call. So yeah, we should give up. Perfect fold here. Pocket threes. I'm not sure that we have to open that hand. Probably it is the weakest pair that we can open raise from our position. By the way, we're playing not the full table. So yeah, in that case, we must be open. Pocket threes. Yeah, pretty standard c-bet versus a big blind. As you can see, our opponents are pretty strong. See Darwin, Leshy. So I think it's not the best tournament to play for us. Calling with pocket deuces, it's pretty standard. Small blind versus button in our deep. And check fold here, yeah. King 10 suited. We have a ton of equity, so yeah, we decided to even value, but here I'm not sure that we have more than 65% equity, but more than 50, yeah, at least. Totally blank card on turn. We're value betting again, and I like our bet size here, but I'm not sure that we have enough equity for the second barrel, really. Call, and I think ace is probably totally blank card because he's not holding ace here, and I don't think that we have a third barrel for value, so we should check behind. Check, and what? We have bet versus 3 opponents, and he called with 6-4. Wow. Interesting, really. Jack 8 off. Decide to play pot control and bet it on the ace on turn. What is our plan here? We decide to pot control starting from flop, so we should check again on turn. Yeah, it's difficult to find logic here, but probably he'll explain me it when we'll be discussing that tournament with him. So here we got a gut shot, so check check, should bet on turn. Yeah, it was enough. Moving on, ace 10 off, raising, ace deuce, raising again. The 2 opponents should check here because of the wet structure. Yeah. Ace king. I would play a 3-bet here just because I want him to decide between folding and shoving. I don't want him to call to see the flop. Yeah, that's it. And coin flip. Yeah. Ace jack off. No, I think that we should play that hand using a 3-bet because we're out of position. Our hand is off suited. Yeah, we should 3-bet here because now it's really difficult to deal with our equity. Check calling, and what should we do now versus his really huge bet? Probably we should call again just because we're not blocking any bluffs from his range. Yeah, and we decide to give up. Though it was a mistake pre-flop, really. We should 3-bet and all the post-flop would be different. Ace queen, probably 3-bet now. Yeah, at least get called. Easy c-bet, yeah. Again, standard situation. King queen offsuited. We can raise that hand from early position just because of our effective stack size. It's 7 suited. Okay. We have an open-ended straight draw, and we shouldn't bluff a lot in that structure, but I think that our hand should be included in our betting range. Yeah, it was enough. King jack off, get 3-bet and effective stack size is 30 big blinds. Yeah, in that case we cannot defend even if we're out, if in position. We should give up anyway. Pocket kings. Get called by 2 opponents. Decide to value bet here. Again, we have a ton of equity just because we don't hold in only an overpair. Also, we have an open-ended. You get called, blank card, should value bet again. And I think we should shove on the river. We decide to check. I think that he'll check behind with all his jacks, jack X combos, queen X combos. Yeah, so ace queen. It was really interesting what he called on the river versus our shove with his ace queen. Probably, yeah, he would. But we decide to check. Queen jack should be called here. And yeah, don't have enough backdoors, so we are just giving up. Ace 10 off, we are calling. I should remind you that it is not a KO tournament, and probably it's... Yeah, let's check it. What can we say about his shoving range for 7 big blinds? Probably it looks like something... Probably something like that. Yeah, not sure about that weak ace. Something like that, I think. And yeah, our ace 10 for reshoving is not so good, but we just called. So probably it wasn't the worst decision ever, but according to his stats, I think that his shoving range should be narrower, and in that case, yeah, we should probably fold here with our hand. But it was a coin flip, so we won again. In that case, we should probably call just because of the pot odds. Our pot odds are 38%, and our hand is pretty strong versus his reshoving range from small blind. Yeah, but unlucky that time. Ace jack suited, value bet here, value bet again. Why we are checking here? He has a ton of hands for calling, and we are not sure about his ability to bluff on the river with all his missed draws. According to his stats, he's playing not very aggressive post flop, and yeah, I would, if I were Dragonfly, I would bet on turn again. Yeah, and by the way, 10 is not the best card for us to value bet on the river. So yeah, now we are value betting only ace X, and that's all. So really, 2 mistakes in that hand. 3 bet with ace king, call. Yeah, ace from space on the river. 7-5 suited. Probably because of our stack size, maybe it was a bubble time, so we just put the pressure on the table. Because normally we can just open fold that hand from early position. Pocket 8s, check check, should bet here, bet for value. And yeah, he gave up. Queen jack suited, pocket deuces, should be protected. We hit a set here. And I think that we can delay our check raise till the turn comes. But we decide to check raise from flop. It's not a mistake, but I would play a little bit different. Yeah, he called. Nice. And now SPR is less than 1, so we should shove here. I don't like that bet size just because it looks really careful. Just because we are saying him that we want all his chips. I would probably shove here. So it would be the same, but it looked different. Ace-8 suited, 3-bet, should protect. Wow, we decide to bluff 4-bet. I think it's not the worst decision here, because it looks really strong. Yeah, nice. Pocket deuces, never loses, yeah. Called, c-bet, not the best card for continuation bet. Yeah, and unlucky river for us. So deuces loses sometimes. Yeah, easy call with ace queen, unlucky. Queen 9 suited, off suited, sorry. He's betting half of the pot. Ah, no, less than half of the pot. He's holding only 15 big blinds. Yeah, and we don't have an opportunity to fight against him just because of the short step. Pocket fives, get called. Aha, hit a set. And what about the size? Yeah, we should shove. We decided to make a slight value bet, but he was empty. Pocket eights, we're raising from early position. Ace 3, protection, yeah. Ace king again. In that case, yeah, I would prefer to shove because it looks not so careful. And he folded. Okay, not the worst situation really. Okay, 3-bet here. Again, we're calling. I don't like our calls here with our hand because we can put pressure on him. Look, his stack size is 26 big blinds, and it is really difficult for him to play a 3-bet pot out of position. Yeah, and he had to call with the usage just because of the pot odds, but it was our pot. It was our mistake. Ace Duke suited, okay. King Queen should protect. King 9, yeah. Check, check, and bet on turn, and should continue on the river. It is straight. Nice. 9-7 suited. Yeah, I think we can get into that pot, just because of our hand. It's pretty good enough, but not on that structure. Ace-10 suited, calling again. I'm not sure that we should bluff here versus two opponents not holding any backdoors, at least. So yeah. A3 off. By the way, we can profitably shove here with our hand. I decide to play using open limb strategy. It's not a big problem. Hit a straight from the flop. Yeah, even get one value bet here. Moving on, Jack 10 suited, we're calling. I think it is the weakest hand we can call in that case. I mean, among suited jacks. Oh, donkey bet versus two opponents. It looks really strong. Let's check it. My mistake, it was only 9-4. Ace queen suited, reshove. Pocket kings. It's pretty standard. I don't think that I need to comment that hands. Yeah. King jack off. So pretty interesting hand. Do we have enough equity for calling in that case? So we need to check it again using IC Miser. I think that it was something around 19-20 players left. And in that case, we can use MTT mode to keep in touch with the ICM stuff. And let's talk about his range. Program suggests him to shove with 30% for 7 big blinds. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, something like that, probably. Yeah, and over calling range, it's pretty nice. And he'll call for 7 big blinds. Yeah, I agree. And in that case, we have a minus EV decision, so we should fold here with our king jack off. So let's move back to our hand, but it was our day. Pocket kings. I would probably at least think about calling, but shove is pretty good. We decide just to 3-bet. I think that it is very strong. It's too strong just because we have a stack for profitably reshoving strategy, and we just decide to make a 3-bet. It looks really strong. Yeah. Ace-10 suited, raise, call. By the way, I would raise more, at least 5.5 or even 6k. Check, check, and give up. Okay. Shove here. Look, that's how we should play with our kings, I think. Ace king, we are calling. Come on. I'm not sure that it's a good strategy because we're provoking them to get into that pot, and ace king off doesn't want to play post flop in a multi-way. It's squeezed, and of course we should shove now. Get called by... aha, it was a caller again. Pocket nines should be protected here. What? I hope that it was a misclick, just because that fold right now looks really awful. 10-9, decide to call here. Call again, hit an open-ended, and I wanted to say that we should bluff on the river after he's checking behind on turn, but we get straight and get called by... aha, it was a king. Yeah, nice, I see. Next, ace jack off suited. Get called, and yeah, we have really low SPR, so we can go all in here, and it was unlucky turn for us. Ace 9 suited, decided to isolate. Probably again it was a misclick or something, because this bet size, it doesn't have enough sense, just because what is our purpose here? Just to blow up the pot? Yeah, it's not so obvious really for me. Yeah, now we're giving up. Of course, it's pretty standard. Moving on, ace jack off again. Yeah, 3-betted and out of position. I think we should give up here. At least we can think about bluff 4-bet, but the easiest way would be just to fold. 10-9 off should be protected, and yeah. Ace king again. Ace 7. I'm not sure that we can call here. We really don't want to do it. And by the way, we can check it. Probably it is two-table stage, and it would be interesting to know which hand should be called here. So first, we need to click on the remaining players count. So we have a 6 max table. Probably we have our 12 players, and we're raising here. I think that with our stack size, we should raise a lot. Probably, yeah, something like that. And he's showing range for 17 big blinds. I'm not sure that he would shove all the hands, so we need to decrease it. Probably something like that. I'm not sure, so let's decrease it a little. Yeah. And our calling range here would be ace 8 off, pocket 3s, okay, pocket 4s, ace 7 suited, and probably king queen. Yeah, interesting, really. I think it was pretty interesting to know our calling range in vacuum in that situation. Yeah, protecting our jack. Easy call. And yeah, we didn't have enough equity for value betting on the river, so we should check behind, and it was a 5-4. So he hit a showdown value on turn, so that's why he didn't bluff. According to the effective stack size, I would shove here with our ace-5 suited. I'm pretty sure that it is a profitable strategy, but our call, I would call with stronger aces, like ace-8 maybe, or ace-9. Probably ace-10 should be shoved for value, but yeah, I don't think that call is good enough here. Yeah, and we cannot do anything, because we have a ton of backdoors, but we have one guy behind, and he's betting this T0, he's betting, and because of his short stack, we understand that we'll be having a low SPR on turn. So yeah, it was our mistake pre-flop to call. Aces. Unlucky. King queen, shove again. We decided just to 3-bet. It was enough. By the way, interesting strategy. Look, we even have an opportunity to fold versus his shove. I'm not sure what would Dragonfly do if he would fold, if he shoves. But yeah, it was enough just to 3-bet. But I would shove, probably. Wow, action. King 10 off suited. Again, king 10 off suited. should call here, yeah. And yeah, what can we do here? I think that we can at least call once. By the way, we have an option to shove here, and yeah, we just fold it. It really depends on his strategy, because look, his stats are 26-8. It means that he's raising, probably it's a weak player, and he's raising very narrow. So probably our fold is not the worst case here, but I think I would at least think about shoving pre-flop with our hand. Because in that case, we're not giving him an opportunity to see the flop, to play with his equity. Next, ace king suited, easy shove, king 9 off, again, but let's check it. Probably it is a final table, and it is hand number 72, king 9. Let's try to calculate first Nash equilibrium for that case, and wow, huge minus, just because of pretty wide calling ranges, and we need to change a little his calling range. Probably, yeah, something like, he's a chip leader, so he must be calling the dead hands. Not all pairs, maybe some hands from here, and his calling range, here's our shove for 16 big blinds, would be like, yeah, I think something like that. Maybe sometimes king queen suited, ace 10 maybe. In that case we can. So look, his range, it influences a lot our strategy. So if we think that his calling range is pretty wide and he will not call a lot, in that case, yeah, we can profitably shove here. That's what I wanted to suggest. But if he is tight enough and he's calling here with all the top hands from his range, let's just accept aces and queens. Still minus a bit, yeah. Okay. So we decide to call, and after the detection, yeah, we should give up. Wow. By the way, look at his decision on the river. He turned into bluff his jack with the plan to get rid of ace x probably. And by the way, he was blocking the straight. It was really important for him, but his opponent had a top set. Yeah. Pocket sixes, king queen. We decide just to raise. By the way, I think that we could just shove our hand here, like just according to Nash equilibrium. Yeah, it was really profitable. We decided to raise, and yeah, we should shove on the river versus a6 combos. We decide to give up, but it would be easier just to shove pre-flop. a7. Let's check it again. a7. Almost the last hand in that tournament. Again, small minus according to Nash equilibrium. And last hand, I think it's pretty easy to call here. 8-5 off. By the way, let's check if, for example, we were him. Yeah, he can profitably shove almost all his hands just because of the big blind stack. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, also our Facebook account, Instagram and Twitter. There you can find a lot of interesting info. And if you're interested in some coaching, you can make an application on our website using the link in the description. See you in the next videos and online group lessons.